No one on the Kethari Archaeological Council expected anything more than shattered rock when they authorized the final dig beneath the salt-crusted plains of Dravex 9. Dravex 9 was dead geologically, biologically, historically, a failed colony world abandoned over 10,000 cycles ago. Its oceans had boiled away, its skies stripped to a thin veil of toxic dust. The only reason the council even bothered was a strange anomaly buried deep beneath the planet's crust, an energy signature that refused to decay. Professor Threxel led the excavation. He was ancient by Kethari standards, his translucent body rippling faintly with bioluminescent thought patterns as scanners hovered around the dig site. For 40 cycles, he had studied the ruins of extinct civilizations. None of them had unsettled him. Until now. Energy density remains stable, reported technician Vero. Whatever this structure is, it isn't natural. The excavation machines burned away layers of fused stone, slowly revealing metal beneath, blackened, twisted, scarred by forces that had once rivaled supernovas. A structure. No, a gate. The moment the last layer of debris fell away, every sensor on the site spiked at once, power levels surged, ancient circuitry flickered weakly back to life. And at its center stood a broken ring nearly 500 spans wide, half melted into the surrounding rock. A portal, Threxel whispered. No known civilization in recorded galactic history had ever built a stable interstellar portal without quantum anchors and star-linked relays. Such technology belonged to myths, or to civilizations long dead. A sudden burst of light flared from a half-buried control pylon. Symbols ignited across its surface. Not Kethari. Not Council Standard. Not anything in the known linguistic archives. Vero translated the symbols slowly as the AI strained through ancient code fragments. The translation stabilized. And the words appeared in trembling holographic light. Warning, gate sealed by human command. Do not attempt reactivation. The fleet will return. Silence fell across the dig site. Even the machines powered down as if in reverence. Humans? Vero asked softly. Threxel felt a strange chill ripple through his neural lattice. Impossible, he said. Humans are a minor species, isolated, pre-FTL only 4,000 cycles ago. Yet the portal was impossibly old. Which meant only one thing. The humans had reached the stars long before anyone realized. Within days, the discovery spread across the Galactic Council. And within days, it was dismissed. A mistranslation, declared High Counselor Seraph, an error produced by degraded systems. A hoax, others claimed. Humans have only recently achieved interstellar capability, said the archivists. They have no portal technology, no ancient war fleets, no record of early expansion. Yet one problem remained. The portal's energy signature matched no known power source. Not antimatter. Not dark energy. Not zero-point compression. Its core hummed with something older, more stable, more terrifyingly efficient. Human-made. When the council ordered the portal dismantled for study, Threxel objected. The warning is explicit, he pleaded across the hollow chamber. This gate was sealed as a final measure. Whatever passed through it once was powerful enough to require planetary sterilization to stop. The council overruled him. The dismantling began on the 13th cycle. The reactivation was accidental. At least, officially. No one could say exactly what triggered it. A spike in residual energy. A mistaken power reroute. A scientist pushing one protocol too far. But the moment the ancient control lattice reconnected to a live power grid, the ruined portal responded. The blackened ring began to glow. Not violently. Not explosively. It awakened, calmly. Space folded inward, gravity distorted. Sensors screamed as physics bent around the structure like soft metal around a blade. The sky above the excavation site darkened into a swirling vortex of compressed starlight. This isn't a standard transit aperture, Vero whispered. This is a summoning gate. Reality tore open. And something answered. The first thing that emerged was not a ship. It was a signal. A tight, narrowband transmission that punched through every known frequency at once, overriding all planetary communication grids. The message was short. And final. This gate was sealed. Who broke it? The voice was human. But it carried something else. Not anger. Not fear. Judgment. Then the ships arrived. They did not emerge all at once. At first, only shadows appeared within the distortion, vast silhouettes moving against the light of folded space. One by one, they slipped through the portal like predators through tall grass. 20 ships became 50. 50 became 200. Not sleek cruisers. Not fragile exploration craft. They were war-built. Angular, scarred, armored with layers of adaptive plating that shifted like liquid metal. Their hulls carried no decorative markings, only identification glyphs burned directly into the metal by plasma etching. Human ships. But not like any the Council had ever seen. These vessels were ancient. Older than the Council itself. And built for total war. Planetary defense grids across Dravex 9 activated instantly. Orbital cannons charged. Automated battle AIs locked on. The human fleet did nothing. They didn't raise shields. Didn't power weapons. They simply waited. Then a single vessel moved forward. It dwarfed the others, an impossible colossus that bent local gravity around its hull. A command ship. A transmission opened across every channel. A human face appeared. She was old. Not biologically, her cells were reinforced far beyond natural decay, but in the way stars grow old, patient, unyielding, eternal. Her uniform was simple, dark, unadorned. Behind her, entire star systems burned quietly in holographic projection. "I am Admiral Mara Voss," she said, commander of the human Exodus fleet. The Council's emergency delegation rushed into the channel. "You have violated galactic sovereign territory," High Counselor Sereth declared. "Withdraw immediately or be considered an invading force." The Admiral did not react. She simply looked at the ruined gate behind them. Then back at the Council. "You ignored the warning." The translation systems caught the subtle shift in her voice. Not disappointment. Finality. "You are mistaken," Sereth said. "This gate was discovered by Ketheri archaeologists. Its origin is unknown." "It is known," Admiral Voss interrupted. 10,047 cycles ago, the Council's precursor species invaded human space. The chamber went silent. "We were a young species then," she continued, "still divided by borders, still fighting ourselves. But when your fleets arrived, you did not discriminate." Her eyes hardened. "You burned colony worlds. You cracked cities from orbit. You harvested civilian populations for labor and research. The Council archives held no record of such a war. Because the winners write history. We fought back," Voss said, "with ships you called primitive, with weapons you thought inefficient." Behind her, the hologram shifted. Human vessels swarming impossibly larger alien dreadnoughts, boarding actions, detonations inside enemy cores, star systems collapsing into controlled supernovas. "We adapted faster than you predicted," she said, "too fast." The precursor empire panicked. They built this gate as an escape route, a final retreat corridor beyond known space. Voss leaned forward slightly. "So we followed them." The footage changed. A massive portal, this very gate active at full capacity. And human ships pouring through. "What you uncovered here," she said quietly, "is not an archaeological site." Her gaze sharpened. "It is a war grave." What happened to them?" Threxel whispered. Voss did not hesitate. "We ended them." Her fleet annihilated the precursor empire beyond the gate. Not conquered, not subdued. Erased. System by system. Star by star. Their final survivors attempted to shut the gate behind them, she said. They failed. So we sealed it from our side. "But why leave it intact?" Sereth demanded. "Why not destroy it entirely?" "Because," Voss replied, "we needed a warning." Her eyes lifted toward the ruins. "A message to your descendants." The Admiral's voice dropped. "And you chose not to listen. You intend conquest," Sereth accused. "Revenge after all these cycles." "No," Voss said. Behind her, thousands of human officers stood at silent attention across multiple decks. "We intend enforcement." She gestured to the portal. "This gate was the boundary marker of a treaty your ancestors broke and we finished. Beyond it lies a region of space forever sealed under human protection." The room grew cold. "You reactivated a war perimeter," she said. "That is not archaeology. That is trespass." Sereth recoiled. "We meant no hostility." That was also what your empire said, Voss replied. The weapons of the fleet powered on. Stars dimmed as energy was diverted. Planetary shields across Dravex 9 collapsed under raw gravitational pressure alone. Not a single shot had yet been fired. This world is not your target, Threxel said quickly. It was abandoned long before our time. Voss studied him. True, she admitted. Then she did something no one expected. She powered down. The weapons retracted. The pressure lifted. We did not return to destroy you, she said. We returned to see who you became. The council hesitated. And, Threxel asked. The admiral's expression softened just barely. You built a council instead of an empire, she said. You chose preservation over conquest. That matters. Relief rippled through the chamber. But, she added, you also ignored a warning carved into reality itself. Her gaze sharpened again. That cannot go unanswered. The price of forgetting. The gate will be resealed, Voss announced, permanently. She paused. And the surrounding 8 star systems will become a neutral exclusion zone under human enforcement. Sereth protested. That region contains trade routes and developing worlds. Then they will be relocated, Voss said without emotion. The council realized then something terrifying. Humans were not here as conquerors. They were here as wardens. You will also open your historical archives, Voss continued, all sealed records, all precursor era black sites. Why? Threxel asked. Because, she replied, if we are going to stand between you and what lies beyond that gate forever. Her eyes darkened. We need to know how many more warning signs you've already ignored. The gate was sealed again within a single human day. This time, it did not merely power down. It collapsed inward on itself, folded into a quantum-locked singularity that would persist longer than stars. The human fleet lingered for one full cycle. Then they vanished. No fanfare, no parade. Just gone. But the galaxy was not the same. For the first time, the council understood something fundamental. Humans were not late to the stars. They had simply left, and returned only when the universe made the same mistake twice. Before the fleet departed, Admiral Voss sent one last message to Threxel alone. You did the right thing trying to stop them, she said. He bowed deeply. Will humanity return again? He asked. Voss looked past him, far past, into the cold spaces between galaxies. If another gate is opened, she said, we already will have. Humanity did not rule the galaxy. They guarded it from what it once almost became. And the universe would never again forget the meaning of a simple warning. The human fleet will return.